Dogs don't age on a set timeline. Some stay playful and spry for years, while others show signs of aging much sooner. So how can you tell if your dog is biologically getting older? In this video, we'll uncover the undeniable signs of aging and how you can support your pooch through their golden years. When are dogs considered seniors? One thing to keep in mind about your aging dog is they don't all show signs of aging at the same age. Small breeds generally live much longer than larger dogs and tend to age much more slowly in comparison. If you don't know how old your dog is, this tip is a good one to keep in mind. Compared to a small breed that's considered senior when they reach 10 to 12 years old, large and giant breeds hit this life stage at 6 or 7 years old. Due to this, you'll start seeing signs of aging in larger breeds much sooner than in smaller dogs. Number 1. Look for a stiff posture. As you age, you notice a lot of new aches and pains that make moving a little more difficult. Dogs are the same way. Like us, they suffer from arthritis and other joint issues that become more common as they get older. Most of the time, dogs are very good at hiding when they're in pain, but you might notice the effects more in how they move. If they're suffering from arthritis, they'll develop mobility issues like struggling with staircases or hesitating before jumping onto furniture or into the car. Some dogs might also get snappy if you touch a spot that hurts. Many aging dogs show pain through their body language too. They might have a limp on the side that hurts the most, or look stiff as they try to avoid stretching aching limbs too far. Some dogs will also adopt an arched back or neck as they walk too, or they start putting more weight on their forelegs to avoid pain in their hips or back legs. This is their way of keeping pressure off those horrible sore spots. Number 2. Slow and steady. With all these joint issues, it probably doesn't come as a surprise that your pooch slows down a lot as they age. They might not be as playful or quick to jump up to go outside anymore. Or maybe they hesitate more when getting up because their back legs are weaker than their front. Arthritis and other joint issues aren't fun, but they are manageable with the right approach. You can help your dog by talking to your vet about pain management and tips on promoting joint health. Adding omega fatty acids to their diet and using ramps to help your dog get around are some common tips. Adjusting your dog's exercise routine can help too. Take them for shorter walks or change their usual exercise for something else. Many senior dogs benefit from swimming, especially if they're a breed that excels at the sport or just loves water in general. It's much gentler on the body and gets your dog moving. Gentle exercise can help ease the pain of arthritis too. Number 3. When you've got to go, you've got to go. A lot of the time, it can feel like your aging dog forgets everything you've taught them. In particular, their house training. Most of the time, going to the bathroom in the house is a complete accident. Many older dogs naturally suffer from incontinence. This could be because of an underlying health issue like kidney disease or UTIs, but it's also just a common trait for aging dogs. Getting up is uncomfortable, so they might put off going to the bathroom as long as possible. When they finally get up, they might not be able to move fast enough to tell you they need to go, or even ease through their doggy door to relieve themselves. You can try setting up puppy pads somewhere that's much more accessible for your dog. That way, if they need to go, they don't need to go too far. Old dogs can learn new things too. Just give them plenty of time to get used to the new bathroom habits. Number 4. Keep an eye on their weight. That lack of movement in your aging dog has another downside too. They find it much harder to manage their weight, especially if their diet doesn't change alongside their inactivity. Your senior dog still loves food, so they're likely to gain weight much faster than when they were running around. They're just not active enough to burn off the calories. Diets formulated for senior dogs can help here and partnered with a balanced exercise routine. It's a great way to help your aging canine. Some older dogs can suffer from the opposite problem though. Losing weight in particular can be a sign that something's wrong. Your dog might not have much of an appetite because they don't need as much energy to run around with. If they eat the same amount as always and still lose weight, they might have digestive or nutritional issues. Your vet can help you by recommending treatment options, diet changes, and exercise routines. Number 5. What their eyes can tell. You likely spend a lot of time gazing into your dog's eyes. It's even been proven to have health benefits for both you and your dog by promoting your brain to release the love hormone, oxytocin. As your dog ages, you might notice their bright eyes gradually becoming cloudier. Most of the time, this transparent blue haze in your dog's eyes is considered harmless. It's called nuclear sclerosis and is a normal part of aging, particularly where the eyes are concerned. The cloudiness develops because new lens fibers in your dog's eyes compress the older fibers into the center, making it far denser than the rest of the eye. While nuclear sclerosis isn't considered serious and isn't believed to affect vision, it does look very similar to cataracts. Cataracts is one of the biggest causes of blindness in dogs, and one of the symptoms is an opaque cloudiness over the eyes. It develops slowly, so you might not notice a change immediately. But the more it progresses, the more your dog might start walking into things or misjudging jumps. Since both conditions look very similar, it's always best to check with a vet. Number 6. Sorry, can you repeat that? For some senior dogs, it's not just their vision that starts failing. Their hearing might start going too. Unlike sudden hearing loss from trauma or infections, age-related hearing loss often develops slowly. You might not notice at all until your dog has already lost most of their hearing. They're very good at adapting, and hearing loss is one of those conditions that many dogs learn to adjust to as it progresses. A good sign that they're losing their hearing is if they stop responding to commands or their name. They also stop reacting to noises that scared them before their hearing loss. They also might startle more easily. If they don't see or hear you approaching or feel the vibration of your footsteps through the floor, you might take them by surprise if you touch them suddenly. Number 7. Fido and the mysterious lump. One of the most alarming signs of aging in dogs is the appearance of fatty lumps forming under the skin. Most of the time, these lumps, called lipomas, are harmless and don't cause a problem. You might not notice them immediately if your dog has longer fur. Lipomas aren't the only lumps to watch out for. Dogs can suffer from more dangerous growths, like cancerous tumors or swelling from injuries too. This is why it's always a good idea to get new lumps checked out by a vet to rule out any nasty surprises. Number 8. Not so minty fresh. As your dog ages, you might notice their breath starting to smell terrible. Dogs aren't known for having minty fresh breath at the best of times. Their toothpaste tends to be bacon-flavored for one. But their breath isn't usually unbearable, even if they do tend to like eating unmentionable things that make your stomach turn just thinking about it. Bad breath for dogs of any age can be a sign of dental problems, just like excessive drooling, inflamed gums, and loose teeth. They're all common warning signs to watch out for. Dental problems can affect dogs of all ages, but they're also more common in older dogs. Like us, your dog's teeth aren't getting any younger, so they're more prone to developing issues like cavities, gingivitis, or plaque and tartar buildup. Adding dental care to your regular grooming sessions is super simple. You might even find your puppy loves the taste of that specially formulated doggy toothpaste, whether it tastes like bacon or another flavor your dog adores. Number 9. The moody blues. All these changes make the world a scary place for your aging pooch. They can't see or hear as well as they once did, and they certainly can't move the way they used to. Some aging dogs might be more prone to anxiety or jumpiness, but they also might be confused more often. They might also be more restless as they struggle to get comfortable or irritable when they can't do things they love, like jumping onto the couch to sit with you. Most behavior changes are normal for your aging canine. They're commonly brought about by other changes your dog goes through as they age, like vision or hearing loss. Behavior changes can also be symptoms of other health issues. A common disease that affects aging dogs is dog dementia or canine cognitive dysfunction. Similar to how dementia affects humans, your dog can suffer from memory loss, confusion, irritability, relieving themselves inside the house, and other behavior issues. One possible behavioral change is how clingy your dog is. But how do you know if your dog is a Velcro dog or if there's another problem? Check out this video to learn what your dog's Velcro status is.